Next up, man, what a stud he is. There he is. Owen Hart, followed by Jim Cornette, followed by Yokozuna, followed by Mr. Fuji. They're going to be taking on the Allied Powers, who we know as Davey Boy Smith and Lex Luger. What do you think of that tag team? Owen Hart and Yokozuna.
That's an odd pairing, isn't it? The odd couple, kind of.
No doubt. No doubt.
One guy who can fly and do all kinds of stuff, and the other guy who just is
Not so much.
Not so much. Yeah, very good.
They're the tag team champs, though. And they're going to be taking on two dudes who look like a couple of badasses. I mean, what a tag team that is when you think about it. The British Bulldog and Lex Luger.
Yeah.
It does go to show you how, sadly, unfortunately, Lex Luger has fallen down the cards. I mean, a year prior, we all kind of thought, or the SummerSlam before last, we all thought he was going to win the world title in 93.
Yep.
And we thought, hey, there's a chance he'll win it at WrestleMania 10 in 94. Well, here we are in the summer of 95, and he's in a tag match. And I think this pairing was probably not good for either one of these guys from a substance perspective. Because this is the era. Oh, man, look at the pyro. See, Vince is behind him at least.
That's pretty spectacular, actually.
No doubt.
Those missiles flying up in the air.
Right?
Yeah. You know, I think, and I'm glad to see that we've cut down on it. I think pyro's overdone.
Really?
Yep. If everybody gets pyro on their entrance, then what does it mean?
What you're watching right now is Lex Luger's last pay-per-view match with the WWF. He's going to make his second to last appearance on WWF television at SummerSlam, but he's not wrestling there. He's just on the show. But we know he's going to show up on that very first Nitro. So he's on the downhill slope of his WWF run right here. But man, like you said, the investment in the pyro, especially in 95, I mean, whatever they spent on that pyro is probably more than some of the boys' payoffs.
Probably so. I saw the Hugo and Carlos, the Spanish announce team. Carlos, of course, works for us here in AEW now and is quite the professional. Glad he's with us. Yokozuna taking his time. Give us a time code where you are, Conrad. Time check.
I'm at 122, 45, 46, 47, 48, 122, 49, 50, 51, 52.
3, 4, okay. I was just a little bit ahead of you, but now I'm right with you.
We got to talk a little bit about one of the suggestions that was thrown to us from our live studio audience. Greatly appreciate all you guys hanging out with us from patreon.com/WHW Monday. One of the suggestions was we should watch that last episode of WCW television together, the one after the Nitro, the syndicated show.
Okay.
Because you've never seen that before, right?
No. And what did they show?
You know, I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't really recall, but I think they were just probably recapping. That's a good call. Let me look that up.
Yeah, recapping. They had to recap Nitro.
You gotta, right?
I mean, what else would you talk about? Meanwhile, Davey Boy Smith sending Owen Hart in and
welcome.
I'm listening.
Yeah. I was wondering what Yokozuna is doing, but he just on the corner there. Mr. Fuji, one of the great ribbers of all time. You've heard the story where he cooked somebody's dog?
Oh, I have.
It's a terrible story.
Do you believe that though?
I don't believe it.
Because I've been told from old school folks.
Yeah.
Who say that no, that story is a make-believe story.
Mm-hmm.
It was first told by so-and-so. And other people say, no, it happened, but Fuji didn't do it. It was somebody else. But allegedly, I mean, the version I heard, and this can't be real, is that Fuji cooked Snuka's dog.
Right. And invite him over for dinner.
And fed it to him.
Mm-hmm. And then
told him it was his dog.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either. I don't believe anybody in the world is like that. I mean, I know there are terrible people that mistreat animals. They're
I don't
all.
know another way to say this because I know it's not. I shouldn't say this, and I shouldn't feel this way.
Hmm.
But Tony, if somebody cooked my dog and fed it to me,
Hmm.
I'd kill that
Yeah, I
motherfucker.
would too. I would absolutely
And
kill
I
them.
know that means I'm going to prison, but I got to stand for something. You're not going to feed me my own goddamn loved
Yeah.
one, you
No,
motherfucker.
I don't know if I'd kill them, but I'm going to hurt them so bad that they wish they were dead.
I'm saying in that moment, I don't
Yeah.
know that I wouldn't just fucking go off.
Right.
Like, the rational thought would creep in an hour later, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I can't kill him. I'm going to prison, and yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
ruin his life a different way." But in that moment, I think I'd be so like, "Are you serious? You just fed me my dog, you motherfucker, you?"
Yeah.
Like, that's not a rib. That's a crime.
Mm. Uh, by the way, the search for a replacement for Bug is ongoing.
What's the latest?
Uh,
Thought you had one picked out.
yeah, I did, and then it just didn't. It's not an easy process. First part of the process is that Lois has to approve it, right? And it's not that she's not approving a dog right now. It's just that she's not so sure that a fourth dog would work right now, especially a puppy.
No, I
With,
get it
with
because it
all
changes the dynamic of the other dogs.
it does, and also we've got Lois is going to go out to see and we're both going to go out to the baptism of our granddaughter up in New Jersey, Matt's daughter. So we're going to be gone there, and then we're going to be gone for a whole week in London. So you get a dog now, right? And
So
then
September is when it happens.
I would think so. And man, I looked at a dog yesterday. I'm going to send this picture to. I'm going to send this picture to Silva so he can put it up online here because it was really hard for me. I didn't say no, but it was really hard for me to put this dog down. You know,
Mhm.
just the way I am, and because I'm just a mark for dogs.
I am too. I
Yeah.
took before we clicked record today, I took my dogs to the beauty shop.
Yeah.
How often do you get your dogs groomed like that?
Uh, Not often enough. Probably every 3 or 4 months. Probably
I
should.
got these little white poodles, as you know, and my
Yeah.
wife likes to keep their hair looking a certain way, and I used to make fun of it and think it was stupid. And I guess I'm just getting old because now when those dogs come home, I'm like, look at these cute little fuckers.
Mm.
Like, why do dogs make us feel that way? It makes no sense.
Nothing like it. Unconditional love.
This morning, I thought Megan had rolled over or something because I felt something on my back. I sleep on my right side. And so I felt something on my back. So I rolled over to like see because she never does that. And I'm like, man, what's going on? It was Ginger putting her foot like she was dreaming and she was like running in her dreams. And
Yeah.
so she's like running in her dreams and that back leg was hitting me. And instead of being annoyed that I got woke up, I was kind of happy about it. And I was like, man, I'm glad I got to see you dreaming like that. And I'm like, what's going on with me? I'm getting old. I got woke up early and I'm not
Yeah.
mad about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is awesome.
All right. I drove back from Nashville and it took quite a while and I got home about 3:30 in the morning Eastern time. Got to bed about 4:30 because you just can't just fall right into the bed. And the next morning, Lois inadvertently had left the gate open and the door was cracked. And Scout just burst right through the door and jumped up on me, put all fours right up on my chest, stood on my chest, looking down at me with her nose, and as beagles will do, they'll sniff your beard, sniff your eyeballs, sniff your ears. And Lois said, "I'm sorry." I said, "No, I want to be woken up like that.
Yeah.
I want to wake up like that. I love it." Okay, we do have the picture of the dog that I looked at yesterday. So hold on to your hats on this one, kids.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. How old's that rascal?
8 weeks.
I can't believe you're gonna let him go.
I know. What scares me about getting this dog is that
That might be the cutest damn chihuahua I've ever
mhm,
seen.
what concerns me about getting this dog is that I'm afraid that Scout, who is so rough and rugged, uh, Luger just did the job right here. Scout, who's so rough and rugged, would just trample her or
Yeah.
trample him. So that's what concerns me. So anyway, I went there yesterday and held on to the dog. Something else, huh? Kinda
Beautiful animal.
yeah, kind of got a bug look. Yeah. So
I
there you
mean,
go.
I don't know why puppies are cute, but they are.
Mm-hmm.